Hey, hello, and welcome back. I am Debbie Peterson of Getting to Clarity. This is another episode of the Getting to Clarity show where busy professionals come to get the tips, tools, and techniques that they need to create more success with less sacrifice in their leadership and life. And today we're talking about 3 tips for women to develop so that they can have a more authentic leadership style. So, what does it mean to be more successful as a woman in business? Well, a lot of times when we think about attributes, we think about women who are powerful, women who are assertive. And while those qualities can be important, they don't necessarily create an authentic leadership style for everyone. So, to lead others effectively, you first need to understand what makes you unique and then learn how to communicate your authentic self to others. So here are 3 tips for developing a more authentic leadership style as a woman in business, an entrepreneur, or an executive. Tip number 1, don't be someone that you're not. Easier said than done sometimes, but trying to be someone that you're not is exhausting. I've done it before. It's also challenging to maintain, takes a lot of energy, and people can see through your act. So you might as well not even try. Instead, focus on developing an understanding of who you are and what makes you unique. Only then can you begin to communicate your authentic self to others. So be genuine in your interactions. Allow people to see the real you. Focus on being true to your feelings and beliefs, and don't try to please others at the expense of what it is that you believe in or what you stand for. So standing up for what's important to you, letting your voice be heard. I know that's not always easy, but it's necessary. Tip number 2, take responsibility for yourself and your life. Too often we blame others for our problems or our shortcomings. But as a leader, it's important for us to take responsibility for our own decisions. You know, there is always times, and myself included, where we point the finger at someone else and say, this is the reason I can't get what I want. This is the reason that I'm not getting ahead. But the thing is, when we point a finger out to something else, there's 3 fingers pointed back at us. And that is where the responsibility lies. So acknowledging where you're succeeding, acknowledging where you're failing, that's just feedback, and then working on fixing the things that you can control. That means you are taking responsibility for your life. It also means that when you consider the impact of your thoughts, your decisions, and your actions, you need to evaluate those against the outcome. Are they contributing to or toward you getting your outcome, or are they holding you back? So when you more fully take responsibility for your life and you can be open about this as a leader, people see that and they're more likely to trust you and how you lead. Tip number 3, define yourself. Don't let others define you. You know, one of the dangers of trying to be someone that you're not is that others have an opportunity to define you. You think you need to be someone else instead of you defining yourself. So it's important to take control of your own narrative, even as an emerging leader. You know, this is who I am. This is what I stand for. This is how I operate. That narrative allows you to be more control of success on your own terms. So this means that you are communicating what's important to you. You've got to know what that is first before you can communicate it. What it is that drives you professionally and personally. Letting others dictate who you are will only hold you back. So even as emerging leaders, define yourself as much as you can as you figure out who you are moving forward. Now, women have been pigeonholed into specific roles. There are expectations, and it's time for us to break out of those molds and really show the world what it is that we're capable of. So as women in business, we need to communicate what it is that we stand for, what's important to us, because we are not meant to be everything to everyone. So who and what is it that you are meant to show up for? Developing a more authentic leadership style, it takes time, it takes effort, but it is so worth it in the end. And instead of trying to meet the expectations of others, you start to manage the expectations of others. You are putting yourself out there and showing up genuinely in how you were born to make the impact that you were born to make. So I hope these 3 tips help you get clarity on your way forward. And if you would like to know the answers to your next steps, your next level, or your next chapter, and you're looking for a resource to help you get there, then check out my Clarity Workbook. You can go to www.clarityworkbook.com and get your own copy and start getting the answers and the clarity that you deserve. So until next time, take care and bye-bye for now. Have a really great day.